Hello, I am Richard A. Boxall, and this is my short and almost daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily-ish.
You're listening to the diary of a wannabe writer, Season 3.
Hey there, it's Monday the 13th of July 2026. Welcome to the show. You nearly didn't get a podcast today because I haven't really done very much worthy of talking about, and also I nearly forgot because I'm really tired. So what have I achieved today? Not as much as I did yesterday. I can't call this episode Cleaning Frenzy Part 2 because I haven't really done any, even though it was absolutely fully my intention, but it's all I did all day. Well, it's not all I did all day yesterday, but I kept coming back to it, and I spent probably 5 or 6 hours doing it, and yeah, quite a lot of pain in my leg. One of the things I've noticed now, and only really put two and two on it today, is I can't stand completely straight because of the problem with the hip. And I noticed this actually when I was at work, but didn't kind of put it into words. When I was last at work, I remember standing on my right leg is the good side, and rather than be hunched over during the safety demonstration, I noticed I was standing on my normal leg quite right, and then sort of slightly, not very, but very slightly tiptoe on the side where the hip's bad. And I've also found if I lie down straight now on my back, that's painful. And the last couple of nights I've really struggled to get into a comfortable position to sleep in, so that's all good. Anyway, what was I going to say? That wasn't it. No, I got up reasonable. I actually didn't do any reading yesterday because I was so intent on the cleaning I didn't do any reading, and so I've read about another today in total over a couple of sessions, about 70 pages of the Folio Society version of Dune, and I'm actually really enjoying it so far. I mean, I know the first half of the story quite well because I've seen the movie, the recent movie, the one with Timothée Chalamet in it. And I thought it was really, really good. And I've actually bought the second film on Blu-ray and just haven't got around to watching it. And they're worth watching almost as one movie because I understand that basically the two movies are based on the first book. It's quite a big book, and I think the first movie is based on that. So that's interesting. And I've got to the bit in the story now without doing any major giveaways that Paul and his mother have been whisked off into the desert, and from memory I think they think they're being followed by Harkonnens, but I think it's going to turn out to be Duncan Idaho from memory that's following them. So that's about 180 pages into a 540 page book, so just under a third, almost exactly a third actually is about right. Anyway, so I read that. The other thing I did today was I want Lego to build when I'm off work, unable to work. So there's two sets from this modular buildings modular buildings series that I managed to find at reasonable price, not much more than their original price. And I'm very pleased. So I've now got the corner garage and the police station. So basically, I now own 50% of the kits. So I've got 10 out of the 20 that are available. I think, is that right? Something like that anyway. I think I've got 10 and there are another 10. Yes, because it'll be set number 21 that comes out next year, whatever that turns out to be. And I'm not going to build them yet. They've gone somewhere safe, and then when I really have to not work, because at the moment I'm hoping I can continue to work, but this thing with not being able to stand up totally straight is bothering me a little bit. I mean, when I'm walking it's not so obvious, but when I really noticed. So when I noticed it most at work when I was doing the safety demo, and I made up because you kind of have to stand up kind of upright, fully upright to do that, and I did, but I just noticed that my left foot was not on tiptoe or anything like that, but the whole foot wasn't touching the ground, just like the toes and the front bit. Yeah, so what else did I do? I watched a couple of episodes of Last of the Summer Wine because, I'm bored. In fact, it was the first episode with Bert Kwok in it, who didn't seem to be a major part of this episode, but he does become one of the main characters later on, along with Brian Murphy, I think, him of George and Mildred fame, and appeared in that episode of One Foot in the Grave as well. So that's today. Didn't write. The reality is I'm probably going to struggle. Like tomorrow, I've given myself today off the cleaning, but tomorrow I have to get back to the cleaning because it's not... I need to just get stuff done. So my plan for tomorrow is spare room, which is easy. It's just probably a quick hoover and put a couple of things away and then change the sheets on the bed. So that's not a very big job. Hallway, also not a very big job because it's basically a good hoover and a dust. So not horrendous at all. And then that just leaves the lounge diner and the bathroom. But I've left myself not very many days to do this, but I'll get those done well before the 16th when my guest arrives. Anyway, thank you for listening. Sorry it wasn't really anything to do with writing or anything at all, really. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by me, Richard A. Boxall. Thank you for tuning in to my cogitative considerations, and if you'd like to know more about me or my projects, visit my link tree on linktr.ee/Richard Writes. Capital R, capital W. Thank you for listening.